Hey, now, as of this video, almost to the end of 2024, YouTube is still falling behind so many other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and even LinkedIn. So what is this feature that YouTube is missing? Direct message or DM. Yep, a feature as simple as DM is still missing on YouTube, and this is very bad news not only for YouTubers but also YouTube as a platform. I have run my YouTube channel for quite some time now, and one of the most frustrating parts about running a YouTube channel is trying to communicate with loyal fans and viewers. Every single communication has to go through comments on the video or comments on the community post. The biggest problem I have with comments is, number one, it is hard to keep track of who to reply to and who replied to my reply, and number two, it is so broken. Let's walk this through a little. Where do you normally go if you want to read new comments on your channel? You open up YouTube Analytics, right? Then what? Well, for me, I just check the comments section for any new comments. However, there are several problems with this key feature. The first and most obvious one is manageability. It is extremely hard to keep track of the key people who responded to you that require your attention. Second, this feature is very broken. Just the other day, I woke up with dozens of new comments that are 3 years old, 1 year old, 11 months old, which I legitimately did not reply to, and that is a problem. And third, sometimes even after I have replied to some comments, YouTube refuses to acknowledge that and thinks that the comment remains unreplied. I have comments sitting there for a month, which I know I have replied 2 or 3 times, yet it remains there. The funny thing is that this is a glitch or a bug in YouTube's feature, and I know it because those unreplied comments or comments that I did reply but YouTube thinks I have not replied to, they simply disappear after a couple of weeks. It is almost like YouTube has a junk cleaner or something. And you probably saw the recent update announced by YouTube where they are going to revamp the entire comment section and create a new feature called Community. This new feature, even though it sounds fancy, is just the same as how comment works, but it makes it slightly more manageable. But it doesn't solve the problem of how hard it is to track comments. And this is why I think YouTube is seriously behind other social media platforms because they do not implement a DM feature. From the content creator's perspective, if you are running YouTube as a business, a lot of your prospects and potential customers come from the conversation you have with them. If all your conversation is held in the comments section, then you would easily miss them and that may cost you your business. From my personal experience, I have had people asking me about offering coaching, but I can never find where the conversation was held if I ever wanted to do a follow-up. I can trace it, but that would mean I will need to record down the user's name, write down when I last chat with him or her, follow up by searching for the person in YouTube Analytics, then reply to that particular comment. It is doable, right? But look, it is 2024. This kind of thing shouldn't be that hard to manage. Now, from YouTube's side of things, this isn't working so well for YouTube either because we as content creators are forced to direct our prospects away from YouTube just so we can better keep track of things. What this means for YouTube is we are driving viewers away from the platform instead of keeping them on the platform, which I'm sure this isn't what YouTube wants. For me personally, I would have links to my Instagram account and advise anyone who wants to speak to me in private to DM me on Instagram. I have gotten quite a fair bit of DMs on Instagram, and not only that helped me grow my Instagram account as well. Not a lot, but still quite a fair bit. And can you imagine what happens if all my conversion and prospects turned customers come from Instagram? I would put more effort and focus on Instagram because the ROI there is much higher than YouTube. Then suddenly YouTube loses ground, and that's sad because I think YouTube is a lot more fun than Instagram. But at this point in time, it feels to me like YouTube just wants us to create content after content, rely on their YouTube algorithm to push our content to get views, and when that happens, we see a boost in our channel and hopefully our revenue. It all feels feels so restricted. It feels like YouTube is the one in control of everything, including the community I built, and that's not a good thing. Imagine if you spent years building up your audience, your community, then suddenly YouTube decides to forcefully close your account and you lose access to every single one of your viewers. It sucks, right? But that's how I feel at this point in time. To me, it feels like YouTube is doing this on purpose and just wants us to keep creating content for them, but the viewers don't belong to us. It belongs to YouTube. I mean, that's just my opinion. Some of you might have a different experience, and if so, I guess your channel is at a whole new level where you get to collaborate with YouTube. So this sort of thing made me start thinking about redirecting people out of YouTube and gaining more control of my community. I've already started directing viewers to my newsletter, for example, and encouraging them to sign up so that I can communicate with them on a whole new level. I think I started this at the beginning of this year, and even though it grows slowly, it still grows, and it makes me feel safe knowing I have access to a portion of my subscribers. If you are just as worried as I am, I can share with you how I have my process set up. It's actually pretty straightforward. So first, you need an email marketing tool, and for this, I use Kit, which is formerly known as ConvertKit. Why I chose Kit is because I needed something simple to use. I just wanted a landing page with a subscription box. So when I did my landing page, I got it up in about 10 minutes or so after I signed up, and that's more than enough. I just want something to work as is without doing anything complex. Okay, so this is my newsletter page, and once someone signs up, Kit will automatically store them for me, and just like that, I get myself a subscriber to my newsletter. And then from there, you can manage your communication by sending out emails to them. They all can be automated, of course. If you have used an email marketing tool before, then the features will be similar when it comes to sending out a mass communication to all those who subscribed. If you have not used it before, just play around with it. It's actually not that complicated. You only need to use a few features here and there. Speaking of features, one thing I like about Kit is they are pretty generous with their basic plan. It has a lot of features, more features than I would ever use, but still good to have them. The one that caught my attention is you don't pay anything up till you hit 10,000 subscribers. So that is 10,000 subscribers to your newsletter. I think that's pretty generous. Of course, the downside is anything above 10,000 subscribers, you have to pay, and it can get very expensive at that point in time. But that's how email marketing system business models work, and I can completely understand that. If I have achieved 10,000 subscribers in my email listing, then I would already have started thinking about serving these customers either through a paid service or a product. So that means if you ever hit that number, then you have a legitimate business. To direct the traffic, all you need to do is put your landing page link in your YouTube video's description. You can also put it in the comments section and pin it. That's actually the best you can do. As I said, YouTube does make it very hard for us to direct traffic out of YouTube, but at least it is a clickable link. Now, apart from the newsletter, I also use Instagram to communicate. I have a link to my Instagram account, and this is where people can DM me. I do get quite a fair bit of them, but I don't reply on time, mainly because I'm not on Instagram a lot, which I know I should, but I get to it when I can. And the beauty is I can have a one-on-one private conversation with them on Instagram. And occasionally I promote my links in my videos and encourage people to DM me or sign up to my newsletter to receive more personalized communication. Things that I don't say on YouTube. So those are the two methods I use right now that are working pretty well. Honestly, the best solution is really to contain all these features within YouTube itself. Having a DM feature on YouTube just makes the experience so much better, not only for YouTube, but also for content creators as well. I just don't understand why YouTube would create so many obstacles for viewers to get in touch with a content creator. I don't particularly like it, and I hope YouTube isn't doing this on purpose. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about this missing feature, provided I can see your comments. And please don't forget to sign up to my newsletter. I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well.